ॐ ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोक शंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ओम गुरुदेव भगवान शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति महाराज की जय हो। भगवान व्यास जी महाराज की जय हो। शंकराचार्य भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी तपोवन जी महाराज, स्वामी चिन्मयानंद भगवान की जय, स्वामी दयानंद भगवान, स्वामी प्रबुद्धानंद भगवान, स्वामी शुद्धानंद भगवान, साध्वी आनंद ज्योति, सभी गुरु देवताओं की जय हो। माता पिता की जय हो। ओम परमात्मने नमः। अतः षष्ठो अध्यायः आत्मसंयम योगाय। 32nd श्लोक। आत्मोपायेन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति य अर्जुन सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परं मतः। आत्मोपायेन, आत्मोपायेन ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड है। दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड, आत्मोपायेन। व्हेन, जब आप बोलते हैं मैं, दैट मैं इंक्लूड्स एवरीथिंग, एवरी, द होल बॉडी। मैं पानी पी के आता हूं, मैं पानी पी के आता हूं में मैं सिर्फ बॉडी नहीं है, मैं और वो प्यास भी है। दैट थर्स्ट इज देयर, दैट थर्स्ट इज ऑल्सो you, that thirst is you. Equally you see that thirst, you see that thirst as yourself. कौन प्यासा है? मैं प्यासा हूं। दैट मैं प्यासा हूं में जो मैं प्यासा है, द प्यासा इज यू, नॉट ओनली द बॉडी, it is every, the whole part, every part is you, each and every part. The mind which thinks, the hand which picks up the glass, the legs which move to kitchen, everything, including your digestive system, everything is you. When you say main, it includes everything. There is no difference. You don't say, you then, there is no difference between this hand and this hand, my hand. Then you become hands. You, this is you. The hand is you, the mind is you. इसको समझना चाहिए बहुत ध्यान से। आत्मपायेन, संपूर्ण रूप से मैं, सर्वत्र समम, संपूर्ण भूतों में, संपूर्ण भूतों में माने जिस प्रकार आप अपने बॉडी को पूर्ण रूप से मैं मानते हैं, उसी प्रकार से ये संपूर्ण जगत आप हैं। When you say मैं, it includes the whole सृष्टि, the entire सृष्टि, not only this earth or moon or sun, not only one sun, not only one solar system. All the stars you see, all the stars you see, and all the stars including their planets and their solar system, entirety, the entire srishti which you see and which you don't see, all is you. Samaha. This is not a small word. आत्मोपायेन सर्वत्र समम, संपूर्ण रूप से अपने को ही देखता है, संपूर्ण रूप से जब जैसे ही मैं बोलते हैं, मैं हूं, उस मैं हूं में जो है वो मैं, ये एंटायर सृष्टि है. It is not only this only body. When you say मैं, it doesn't become that only eyes are you or teeth are you. It is the entire body which is you, including the nail of the toe. From head, from the hair of your head to the nail of your toe, it is entirely you. Atmopayena. Atmopayena means this Atma is everything. The whole Srishti. The whole Srishti is me. Atmopayena. अपनी भांति. अपनी भांति is, भांति is थोड़ा सा हटके, अपने आप को ही देखना संपूर्ण सृष्टि में. हे अर्जुन, जो योगी संपूर्ण भूतों में, संपूर्ण भूतों को अपनी भांति मैं देखता है, जिस प्रकार से आप अपने अंतड़ियों को, आपने अंतड़ियां कभी देखी है? इंटेस्टाइन ऑफ योरसेल्फ, हैव यू सीन देम? योर intestine, not somebody else intestine. Since doctor is there, he might have seen some intestines, but then have you seen your intestines? Not possible. So there are certain parts which you haven't seen. You haven't seen your kidneys, but you are. When you say I, that I includes the intestines and the kidneys and the entire thing, the entire. So when you say I am, this I includes the entire Srishti. It is not just this body. All bodies you see, all everything you see, and everything which you don't see, including that also, it is me only. It is me, the Paramatma. This is not a small word, this. Atmopayena, Atmopayena. What a word it is. Sanskrit is a wonderful language if understood. If not understood, my God, it is the mysterious language. But then it is easy to understand this language. Once understood, wow, kya baat hai. आत्मोपायेन, आत्मोपायेन, संपूर्ण रूप से मैं देखने वाला, संपूर्ण भूतों में सम देखता है, और सुखम, सुखम सर्वत्र संपश्यति यो अर्जुना, सुखम वा यदि वा दुखम, एंड ही सीज सुखा दुखा को भी सम, he sees sukha and dukkha, all his ragas and dveshas also as same. He doesn't differentiate between that this is sukha and this is dukkha, this is hurting me and this is not hurting me, because for him there is no difference. He doesn't see head and tail of the coin, he just see the coin. He just see the coin. There is no, therefore him head and tail is only coin. It is coin alone. Or rather, he sees the silver alone. He doesn't see the coin. He just see the silver. Aji, ye to 10 grams ka silver hai. That's it. 10 gram silver dekhta hai. That is it. And that also into certain shape and name. The name is coin and the shape is round, or maybe some coins are square or whatever. He just sees silver, including that silver includes everything, all the lines on the border and that printer, that printout, that print on that coin, everything is there. It is written Bharat. That Bharat is also that silver only, nothing else. It is only silver. For him, sukha and dukkha are same. सेम मीन्स ही डजंट, सुख में उसको उसको वो आनंद का जो अनुभव करता है, ही डजंट अनुभव, वो अनुभव नहीं करता, ही जस्ट रिमेन्स साइलेंट, ही रिमेन्स साइलेंट। ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको मीठा नहीं लग रहा है, अगर गुलाब जामुन खाएगा तो मीठा ही लगेगा, ऐसा नहीं है नमकीन लगना लग गया, बट ही डजंट रिएक्ट टू इट, he doesn't react to sukham, he doesn't react to dukkham even, he doesn't react. Reaction is sama, सब प्रभु इच्छा, हरि इच्छा है, there is no, therefore he doesn't get क्रोध जी। किसी ने कुछ कह दिया, somebody came and said तुम तो ऐसे हो, तुम वैसे हो, तुम्हारा ये तुम्हारा वो, he doesn't react, because whatever you are saying, whatever somebody has said is not for him. Whatever somebody is saying to Ishwara ji. It is said to Ishwara, not to an individual. Don't, you are not an individual. इतना पढ़ने समझने के बाद you are no more a individual. This name and form which you are think, ये नहीं है हम. So he sees all sukha and dukha same. सह वह योगी परम श्रेष्ठ माना गया है. Such yogi is supreme. There is no difference, comparison between one jnana or other jnana. There is no difference between the two jnanas. It is only the same knowledge. It is the same silver. It is the same anubhava. It is only anubhava. It is just your anubhava, experience, that you experience pain, you experience pleasure. The experience remains the same, and the person knows that experience of pain and experience of pleasure both are just experience alone. It is only an experience, and that experience is in time. Since it is in time, it has started, it has to go. Since it has come, it has to go. There is no way it can remain forever. Only the me will remain. The experience of pain and pleasure will go. Same way, there is no difference, there is no comparison between one jnana or other jnana. It is only knowledge. The knowledge alone is. The knowledge alone, knowledge about the Srishti alone is. There is no comparison. There is no comparison between two jnanas. You can't compare the two jnanas. This we are going to do in detail now. This is a very big subject which has to be done. So here Bhagavan Krishna obviates the problem of whether the wise person can perform any action of adharma. Can any wise person act wrongly? The one who understands the Srishti, can he act wrongly? Is there any way he can act wrongly? Can he act wrongly? क्या कोई गलत कार्य कर सकता है? क्या वो गलत कार्य कर सकता है? क्या ज्ञानी गलत कार्य कर सकता है? Wrong action is not possible for a wise person. So Bhagavan says, whether the wise person can perform any action of adharma, by showing that there is no way of his doing that. For such a person, Atma, oneself, is the upama, the example. The self itself becomes, he himself becomes the example. Atma upamaya, aupamayam. Atma becomes the example. He himself becomes the example. How he becomes? That whatever I want for myself is what I should do. What I want others to do, I should do. Samaha. One who is oneself as an example sees that which is equal in all beings. Sarvatra samapashyati. He sees the same Ishwara in all. He sees the same Ishwara in all. He doesn't differentiate between the Ishwara. He sees the same Ishwara in all. Same Ishwara. The person does not look upon others from any other matrix except oneself alone. With reference to all beings, the vision is equal, the same. One looks upon others as oneself alone on the basis of example of oneself. This is one meaning. And the second meaning of the verse is what we have done. The vision of sameness is pointed out in terms of happiness and pain. Sukham va dukkham. So he doesn't see my happiness, sukha, my welfare is highly desirable to me, and therefore I go for it, which is same for everyone. Sukha is same for if देखो एक बात आपको समझाते हैं यहां पर स्वामी जी, वो कहते हैं कि इफ यू वांट सम सुखा, अगर आपको किसी सुख की कामना है, इफ यू वांट समथिंग फॉर योर सेल्फ, सम सुखा फॉर योर सेल्फ, then don't desire it for yourself, desire it for entirety. Let this be for everyone. You are going to get it, ji. You are going to get it. I become the matrix. If I want it, every so if you desire it for yourself, don't only the entirety, desire it for entirety. This is dharma. So the jnani doesn't desire anything for himself personally. He desire it for entire humanity. The basis of dharma. Here you can see how dharma itself is born. This is how dharma is born. The very basis of dharma is universal, mutual expectation of people. What I expect of others is what others expect from me. आप चाहते हैं कि दूसरे आपको पूछें, तो दूसरे भी चाहते हैं कि आप उनको पूछें, है ना? अगर आपके पास बिजी, आपका बहुत बिजी है, तो दूसरे भी बहुत बिजी हैं. Don't mix up. If you, whatever you think for yourself is what others also think about themselves. This is to be understood. जो आप चाहते हैं वही दूसरे भी चाहते हैं. What I expect of others is what others expect from me. If what is desirable, sukha for me, is desirable for others, and what is undesirable, dukkha for me, is undesirable for others also, then there is a common basis, which is what is meant by dharma. This you should understand. This you should understand. This is for you. That whatever you desire is desired by everyone. Common. Sir, everyone doesn't desire money. I desire a lot of money. I am desirous. Everybody desire money. Even a sannyasi desire money. Desire means he needs it because there is certain reasons for him to need money. So don't be too judgmental. A sannyasi doesn't require money. He is a body. That body is to be taken care of. He doesn't desire money for accumulation. You might require it for accumulation. That accumulation is a dharma. That accumulation is a dharma. Requirement is for everybody. Everybody requires food. Even sannyasi requires food. नहीं नहीं स्वामी जी, I require, भगवान के लिए तो 56 भोग बनता है. और 56 भोग तो बनता है, बट 56 भोग बनाने से कोई बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. द बेसिक इज टू फुलफिल द स्टमक. Let the body run. That is the basis. So everybody requires food. Food is common. So what you desire is desirable by everybody. So desiring, the basic desire is for everybody. So if you desire basics, it is dharma. And if you desire it for everybody, it becomes a dharma. Sat dharma. Sat dharma means sahi dharma hai. If you desire only for accumulation, it becomes papa ji. हाँ, इतना मेरे को मिल जाए, मैं इतना 100 करोड़ 200-500 करोड़ रुपया इकट्ठा कर दूं, धन इकट्ठा कर दूं. What for? Somebody is going to loot you. If not today, tomorrow. After you go, then somebody is going to spend it. I know one person. Entire life he had been earning, entire life. Nice man. Very humble. Very nice. But he was a miser. He is a miser. He's still there. Miser. Miser means उनको accumulation का बहुत शौक है. Keep on accumulation. He doesn't spend a single penny on others and nor on himself. Shirt is फटा हुआ तो फटा हुआ. Never mind. Button नहीं है तो नहीं है. This is adharma. Spite of having money, why don't you wear nice clothes, G? Accumulation is papa. Having a lot of food in your go down and somebody is dying of hunger, papa. You have a lot of money and your relative is in problems, papa. Your own brother is in problem and you are spending money, papa. इससे बड़ा पाप नहीं हो सकती है. Having the vision of sameness in all beings, then the person discussed here does not do what is not desirable. If the person has the vision of sameness means अगर उसको ऐसा लगे मेरे साथ ऐसा होना चाहिए, तो फिर वो सबके साथ वैसा ही व्यवहार करेगा. If I want nice vyavhara with myself, then I will do nice vyavhara with others. This is the basis of dharma. Whatever I want for myself, I do it for others. If I want somebody to help me, then I help others. And I keep helping others. Jitna ho sake, help others. Acha, now there is a big problem. Helping also has a gradation. Well, you don't have to go and help someone you don't know. बहुत बड़ा बड़ा चेक बना करके 11 लाख 21 लाख का चेक बनाया और किसी आश्रम में दे आए. नॉट रिक्वायर्ड सर, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. हेल्प योर ब्रदर, योर रियल ब्रदर. हेल्प योर सिस्टर. Those who are fighting with the problem, help the person who is related to you. First help yourself, then all attached to you, then go further. High problem mein hai and you are distributing money here and there. Danam, that danam is not going to work. Not going to work at all. So if you want something for yourself, do it for others first. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपके साथ किसी पर्टिकुलर तरीके से व्यवहार हो, तो निस्वार्थ हो करके आप वैसा व्यवहार दूसरों के साथ कीजिए. जैसा व्यवहार आप अपने साथ चाहते हैं, वैसा का वैसा व्यवहार आप दूसरों के साथ कीजिए. Do it with your people. Do it with your people around you first, and I guarantee you will get it back immediately. Who is I? Bhagwan guarantees. Bhagwan says this is sameness. This is the basis of dharma. This is dharma. So what Bhagavan said in the previous verse was, whatever the person does, he or she remains in me. Sarvataha vartamana api mai vartate. This is what the one who does, the one who does anything, जो भी वो करता है वो मेरे में, जो ज्ञानी ज्ञानी जो भी करता है वो मुझ में ही स्थित रहता है, मतलब वो धर्मी रहता है. Now this is what is explained in this shloka. What was said there could be misunderstood to mean that Jnani could do things that are dharma and yet he can remains in Ishvara. That if a Jnani, can Jnani commit murder? Jnani will never commit a murder because he won't want it. This is what this shloka means. Jnani will not do any kind of adharma. Why? Because he doesn't want that adharma to happen to himself. वो नहीं चाहता कि उसका मर्डर हो जाए. So he will not steal anybody's money because he doesn't want his money to be stolen. उसका वो नहीं चाहता, वो कभी किसी को भूखा मरते हुए नहीं देखेगा because he doesn't want to die of hunger. वो खुद भूखा नहीं मरना चाहता, इसीलिए वो किसी और को भूखा मरते हुए नहीं देखेगा. So he will first offer food to others and then eat. This is what Bhagavan means. Why will he not do wrong things? Because he doesn't want that wrong thing to happen to him. So he won't do wrong to others. That is why it is said. So Jnani could do things that this was misunderstood. This could be misunderstood in the previous look. But now in this shloka, it is absolutely clear that Jnani will never do any kind of adharma. Such a person do actions that are considered. Will such a person do such action that are adharma? Bhagavan says no. It is not possible. ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, बिकॉज वॉट इज गुड फॉर ज्ञानी इज गुड फॉर अदर्स टू. ज्ञानी विल नो वॉट इज गुड. वाई विल ही नो कि ये सही है? हाउ डज ज्ञानी नोज? बिकॉज ही डजंट सी कि ये इसके लिए ठीक है कि नहीं है. ही सीज क्या ये मेरे लिए ठीक है. देखा? नाउ चेंज द एटीट्यूड. क्या ये व्यवहार मेरे लिए ठीक है? अगर ये व्यवहार मेरे लिए ठीक है तो ये सबके लिए ठीक है. डू इट फॉर अदर्स. अगर ये व्यवहार मेरे लिए ठीक नहीं है, इफ यू डोंट लाइक समबडीज व्यवहारा, देन यू शुड स्टॉप डूइंग दैट व्यवहारा टू अदर्स फर्स्ट. That is how Jnanis used to understand others immediately. देखते ही पहचान जाते हैं कि ये किस प्रकार का जीव है, किस प्रकार का मनुष्य है, किस प्रकार की बुद्धि है. Bhagavan says no, it is not possible, because what is good for a Jnani is good for others too. And what is bad for Jnani is bad for others also. If the Jnani does not like getting hurt, then he or she is not going to hurt anyone else. अगर आप अपने लिए दुख नहीं चाहते तो किसी को दुख ना दो. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि कोई आपको दुख ना दे तो आप किसी को दुख ना दो. कितना बड़ा वाक्य है. This is samatva. This is, you take yourself as an example. You take yourself as the basis for actions. Even for Viveki, in this way, non-injury, ahimsa, becomes natural. Ahimsa, it is natural, ji. It is not somebody's as if Mr. Mahatma Gandhi has said, ahimsa paramo dharma. It is, if it is written in the Vedanta, so ahimsa should not be done. No. This is what Vedanta means. Vedanta doesn't write a law. दिस इज, ये हमारे शास्त्र में ही ये बात है कि हमारा शास्त्र में कहीं पर भी लॉ, एज अ लॉ करके कोई चीज प्रिस्क्राइब्ड नहीं है. व्हाट इज लॉ? द लॉ इज व्हाट एवर यू प्रिफर फॉर योर सेल्फ, दैट इज द लॉ. डू इट फॉर अदर्स. If you don't want to get hurt, don't hurt others. Ahimsa paramo dharma. This becomes dharma. This is how dharma is. If you don't want to get hurt, don't hurt others. हमारे शास्त्र में कहीं पर भी किसी तरह का कोई कानूनबाजी नहीं है. वेरी सिंपल. दिस इज ज्ञानीज कानून जी. भगवान का कानून. भगवान का कानून मीन्स वट एवर यू लाइक फॉर योर सेल्फ, डू इट फॉर अदर्स. दिस इज, इफ यू डोंट वॉन्ट टू गेट हर्ट, don't hurt others. Ahimsa par. This becomes the law. So Vedanta doesn't write any law. There is no law, no statement. The law is, if you don't want to get hurt, don't hurt. If you don't want your wealth to be stolen, don't steal anybody's wealth. अगर आप नहीं चाहते आपके घर चोरी हो, किसी के यहां चोरी मत करो. नाउ दिस बिकम्स द लॉ. चोरी करना पाप है, बिकॉज यू डोंट वांट इट फॉर योरसेल्फ. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज. आप नहीं चाहते कि कोई आपके साथ झूठ बोले, आप किसी के साथ झूठ मत बोलो. यहां पर कहीं नहीं लिखा शास्त्र में कि आप सच बोलो. शास्त्र में ये नहीं लिखा. शास्त्र में लिखा, अगर आप चाहते हो कि सब आपके साथ सच बोले, तो आप भी सच बोलो. वट एवर यू वॉन्ट फॉर योर सेल्फ, डू इट फॉर अदर्स. दिस इज वट भगवान सेज. कोई कानून को लिखना नहीं पड़ता है. द बेसिस ऑफ धर्मा इज यू. यू आर द बेसिस फॉर धर्मा. Whatever you want for yourself, do it for others first. Even for a Viveki, a simple, mature person, ahimsa is a very common dharma. And for Jnani, who has lived a life of dharma and who has deliberately pursued and gained the knowledge, dharma becomes spontaneous. It becomes immediate, ji. अपने आप होता है फिर. For a Jnani, it is, for a common man, it becomes a law. For a Jnani, it is the basis. He himself is the basis. It becomes spontaneous, immediate. He doesn't have to consult anybody. He doesn't have to consult a law book. ये कानून है जी. He doesn't have to consult a law book. That is why it is said, Jnani knows all law, because it is common. Ji. Whatever he wants for himself, he will not do it for others. He understands कानून. So if you look at a crime like hurting another person or a kind of action considered to be adharma, behind it there is always a small ego. Every ego is small. In fact, the big ego is also very small. Any ego being just a bubble filled with air. Whether the bubble is big or small, it is nothing but air. That is all there is to this ego business. Just so much of air. Ego itself is false entity, and this false entity is behind every crime, large or small. Any kind of wrong activity is done, it is done because of your ego. Please understand this. If somebody is hurting you, it is because of your ego. If you find dukkha, it is because of your ego. Ego is ignorance based. Let us understand this ego. Very important to understand. This shloka is very important. Ji. This is why it is said the Bhagavad Gita is helpful to live simple life. It helps you to understand ego. Ego is because of ignorance. Ego is the problem. Ego is the problem behind all dukkha. It is your own ego, not others' ego. It is not others' ego that is hurting you. It is only your own ego that is hurting you. मेरी साड़ी उसकी साड़ी से सफेद कैसे, उसकी साड़ी मेरी साड़ी से सफेद कैसे. Now that is the ego. Mine is should be more whiter. Ego. वो सुखी क्यों है? Why is he सुखी? Ego. Now let us understand what Swamiji says. And what kind of ego is this? The ego of an insecure person, an insecure ego that has the fear and greed. Because it has fear and greed, it is insecure. Because it is insecure, it is frightened. डरी हुई है. A frightened person or a greedy person can perform actions that are not very committed to dharma. In fact, all unbecoming actions stem from the insecure ego, and no ego is secured. There is no security because the nature of ego is isolation. There is duality there, dvaita. This should be understood, ji. Ego. It is ego that is creating problem. You must understand ego and you must correct your ego first. How to do it is what is come. In Vriharanika Upanishad, it is said that wherever there is duality, there will be fear. Wherever there is duality, dvaityad vaibayana bhavati. A similar statement is found in Taittiriya Upanishad also, conveying the sameness. Udaram antaram kurute ata tasya bhayam bhavati. Dvaitiyad vai bhayam bhavati is Vriharanika Upanishad. Udaram antaram kurute atah tasya bhayam bhavati. This is in Taittiriya Upanishad. The original duality is the duality between individual, the Jiva, and Ishwara, the Lord. Jiva Ishwara Dvaita, meaning that Ishwara is something other than you. This Dvaita makes you feel small. If Ishwara is everything else, you become whatever is left out. Naturally, then you become small. Everything else is infinite, infinitely large, and you are small. And once this original Dvaita is there, there is the Dvaita between one individual and the other. Jiva Jiva Dvaita, and between the Jiva and the world, Jiva Jagat Dvaita. Now, if the duality between Jiva and Jiva and between Jiva and Jagat is real, then the duality between Jiva and Ishvara is also real. अगर दो जीव और जीव के बीच में द्वैत होगा, दो जीव अलग अलग होंगे, जीव और जगत अलग अलग होंगे, तो फिर जीव और ईश्वरा भी. क्यों? बिकॉज if the jiva jiva dvaita and jiva jagat dvaita are real, there must be Ishwara also. Then there must be Ishwara other than this jagat. Then that Ishwara is just another person, like any other jiva. And between him and other jiva, including myself, there will be difference. Also, between all these anatma and myself, there will be difference. All the way there is difference. There being dvaita between the jiva, the Jagat, and Ishvara. If there is Dvaita between these three, Dvaita between Jiva, between the Jiva and the Jagat, and between Jagat and Ishvara, then your isolation is established. You are isolated. If you are other than, अगर आप किसी से अलग हैं, तो you are isolated. Mortality is established. Imperfection is established. Inadequacy is established, all of which are accompanied by fear, greed, pain, sorrow, and so on. Since ego implies isolation, behind every crime, there is ego. It is ego. It is because of ego. It is because of isolation. आप जो ये अपने आप को मैं तो अकेला हूं, मैं कैसे, ये तो सब पार्टी कर रहे हैं, बाकी सब तो पार्टी कर रहे हैं, मैं तो अकेला हूं, हम तो अकेले रह गए, ये दिस इज ऑल योर पर्सनल ईगो जी. ट्राई टू करेक्ट इट इमीडिएटली. There is ego. But Bhagwan is talking about the yogi who has picked the bubble of this ego, who has pricked it. He doesn't have ego anymore. He sees same. Are kuch alag nahi hai. He, whatever everybody is doing is same, nothing else. The bubble of ego is no longer there. One ocean alone is there. There is no one bubble. There is no one bubble in the, it is the entire ocean. It is me. It is me who is enjoying. I am sitting here in this house and in pains and problems and looking after all the problems, daily household problem, and all the other members of the house are partying somewhere. Leave your ego behind. The bubble ego should no longer be there. It is one ocean alone. It is you alone. You alone enjoying. It is you enjoying in that form, not in this form. In that form, it is you only who is enjoying. आप ही enjoy कर रहे हो दूसरे फॉर्म में. It is not somebody else enjoying. It is only you who is enjoying. It is you who is partying. Not in this form, maybe some other form. Don't worry about these small little things which makes problem. Egos. Sumness. Understand the sum. Samatvam. Yes. Ego is ignorance based, ignorance of Atma, not understanding the Atma properly. Once the ignorance of Atma is gone, all remains is one Atma, which is Param Brahma. So, if you are sitting here in Delhi and doing day-to-day work and looking after things, and your brother is enjoying in US, don't worry, it is you enjoying in that form. Ji. It is you alone. Understand this. This is to be understood. It is you only who is enjoying there in that form. What enjoyment is this? Without troubling this form, you are enjoying. Without troubling this form, you are enjoying. Since this form cannot enjoy, so you are enjoying in the different form. Kya baat hai? It is you only who is going to mandir and all in different forms. It is you alone, nobody else. In different form, in the other form, it is you alone. It is you alone who is eating chappan bhog in different form. In this form, since this form has problems and can't eat chappan bhog, so this form is not eating. It is me who is eating in other different form. Kya baat hai ji? Gone is the ego. Once the ego is gone, and you will be liberated. You will be liberated from all your problems immediately. It is your ego which is hurting you, not others. Just don't look at yourself as a small bubble. You are the entire ocean. Once the ignorance of Atma is gone, all that remains is one Atma, which is Param Brahma. There is no ego anymore. And when the ego is not there, where is the question of the person doing anything improper? Kuch galat nahi karega wo phir. Ego is gone. No, he won't do anything wrong. The person abides in Ishwara alone. Mayeva vartate. Kya baat hai? I am the enjoyer. It is me all the way. It is me alone who is enjoying the wealth in some other form. It is me alone. It is me who is enjoying, Ji. So why are you worried? What is troubling you? No, 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 I am not enjoying. I am into this pathetic problem. No. आप ही आप दूसरे फॉर्म में आप ही इंजॉय कर रहे हैं. कितना सुंदर बात है ये. अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस थिंग. The person abides in Ishvara alone. Mayaiva vartate. But for the sake of argument, you can say that the person can do anything he or she likes, even though the person still does various things. Whatever these may be, however they may be done, the person remains in me alone. And me, everything is in me. Me, the Ishvara alone. This is Shastra. When Lord says remaining in me alone, it means that the person is never separate from me, him, never separate from Ishvara. You are never separate. Bubble is never separate from ocean. It is of ocean because of ocean. It is ocean all the way. Don't even this problem, let this smallness go. The person and the Lord are one and the same. A person who has this equal vision everywhere and not no necessity to do things that are not in keeping with dharma, the person naturally sees that what is sukha for him or her is also sukha for others, and what is dukha for him or her is dukha for other people as well. जो उसके लिए सुख है वो सुख सबके लिए है. सो ही डज दैट ओनली, जिससे उसे सुख मिले और अदर्स को सबको सुख मिले. Is that is dharma. He will only do that only. He won't do anything wrong which is going to create problem for others. जो समझ गया है, जो नहीं समझा है वो that in that form also you are there. नहीं समझा हुआ फॉर्म में है, it is you only. However, will the person who is in the vision not compromise it in any way? After all, most people understand that what makes them happy or unhappy affects other in the same way. Yet they do not always behave according to dharma. Suppose something becomes so important for this person, if it is not possible that the vision will be set aside temporarily at least. In fact, this problem will not arise because for the person who has this vision, there is no notion that I am limited. There is knowledge that the same Atma is in all being and all beings are oneself, Atma alone. The ego of this person, Badhita, sublated, it is no more taken as real. Therefore, this person is one for whom ahimsa is natural. Speaking truth is natural. Not stealing is natural, which is in fact the spirit of sannyasa. A person who has this clear vision of Atma, who is naturally, spontaneously given to ahimsa, who no longer needs to practice ahimsa deliberately. Ahimsa cannot, no. See, dharma cannot be practiced. It has to come out from within. Dharma should come out. It should not be, it should not be a rule book. It should come out once the person understands the self, the Atma, dharma comes out. He is a dharmic. He doesn't have to deliberately become dharmic. he is dharmic. It is his or her very nature. It is Ishwara's nature. This is the law of nature. This is described here as the most exalted. Now, the second interpretation of this verse will be started, and this we will do tomorrow morning at 7:30. कल सुबह को 7:30 बजे हम दोबारा इसकी दूसरी इंटरप्रिटेशन इस श्लोक के बारे में जो स्वामी जी महाराज एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, वी विल डू इट टुमारो. इट इज अ स्मॉल एक्सप्लेनेशन, बट आज हम जाएंगे अभी बिकॉज देयर इज अनदर क्लास, सो वी हैव टू गो. विल मीट यू टुमारो मॉर्निंग. आज की क्लास को हम यहीं विराम देंगे. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत. ओम ईश्वर अर्पणमस्तु. ओम परमात्मने अर्पणमस्तु. ओम श्री कृष्णाय अर्पणमस्तु. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत. हरि ओम तत्सत.